So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. Today we are doing our match preview and predicted lineup for Arsenal's home game against Newcastle, another home game in the Premier League, and this time not in the Premier League including the FA Cup, but another home game, and we are playing Newcastle again. We played them in the FA Cup. It was 0-0 after 90 minutes, then we went into extra time, and second half of extra time Emile Smith-Rowe put us ahead, and then Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang finished it off. 2-0 win, gets us into the next round of the FA Cup. We got very lucky there because they could have easily won that game. I can't stress it enough. We could have easily lost that game because Andy Carroll missed 2 sitters in that game, and that last triple save from Leno in the 90th minute really saved us, and we could have been out the FA Cup. And that game kind of felt like the Nottingham Forest one, where we went into the game as holders into round 3 and Nottingham Forest stunned us, but we didn't get stunned. Luckily enough, and we did get out of there going into round 4, which could be Southampton or Shrewsbury, or then after that it will be Wolves or Chorley, I believe. So yeah, Newcastle again, they're a team that will just sit back. That's it. That's what Steve Bruce's tactic is. There's nothing much more to say about that. Steve Bruce just sits back, relies on his forward players like Fraser, Wilson, Almiron, Carroll, even just to get a goal. Just to play a messy game and try and make it as hard as possible. For teams to break them down. But the thing is with Newcastle, once you get one goal against them, they just start to flow, and that's one thing we noticed this time last season when we played them in the Premier League. We went 4-0, we went into the game at half time. Once we got the first goal, we got the other 3 as well, and I think that would be key in this game as well, trying to get the early goal. If we do get an early goal, we can smash them apart, and then it can be whatever we want it to be. But if they are really cagey, and if they defend really well like they did in the FA Cup game, then we might struggle, and that's where I think we could be like 0-0, and I think that's where we need someone like Kieran Tierney back. He does provide that extra bit of creativity from the left hand side as well. We are going to go into the match stats. Obviously, last game, as I said, was in the FA Cup. We did win that one 2-0 after extra time. So Arsenal have won 14 of their last 15 Premier League matches against Newcastle, losing the other 1-2 in April 2018. Newcastle United have lost, actually that April 2018 game, I remember I was on holiday and I watched that game. I think I was in Thailand and I watched that game on the TV. Oh my god, that was such a bad game. Newcastle United have lost their last 8 away Premier League matches against Arsenal since a 1-0 victory in November 2010. Arsenal have kept 25 Premier League clean sheets against Newcastle. Only Manchester United have kept more against a specific opponent in the competition's history, 27 against both Tottenham and Aston Villa. Arsenal beat Newcastle 2-0 at home in the FA Cup third round on the 9th of January this year. If they win here, it will be their shortest gap 9 days before home victories against the same opponent since January 2008, when they beat Newcastle twice at the Emirates in the space of 3 days. Arsenal have lost 2 of their last 3 Premier League games played on Mondays, winning 1, as many as they had in their previous 17, winning 12 during 3. However, the Gunners have won each of their last 6 Monday matches at the Emirates. So Newcastle, I'm pretty sure we do play on the Mondays quite a lot, and those kind of days. But Newcastle, yeah, it's gonna be hard, as I said, but if we do get the early goal, I think we could easily win this one. So we do get straight into our predicted lineup for this game against Newcastle. Starting off in goal, Bernd Leno. Quite a simple decision here. He kept us in the FA Cup game against Newcastle, so you just have to continue with him. Keepers don't need rest. Should be firing for this game. And yeah, no sign of Runarsson, hopefully. And hopefully we do need to bring in a backup goalkeeper, as seen in my Transfer News Daily. If you haven't watched that, go check out the previous video on my channel, which should be already out on the 9 AM. So we are going to be going into our back 4. First of all, right back Hector Bellerin. Now again, I don't pick Hector Bellerin, but Ainsley and Cedric have both been so bad, and Hector Bellerin's been pretty good over the last few games compared to those two. So I think I will just have to go with Hector Bellerin, and hopefully Newcastle don't cause him too many problems. They didn't do in the FA Cup that many problems to him, so hopefully it's the same in this game. Left back Kieran Tierney. Now again, this might be a slight risk, but I think we have to take this risk with Kieran Tierney. He is a big name player, and he brings so much to this team, and we do need to have him in the side. I think I would take the risk in this game, because if we don't, you never know what's going to happen, and it could become even more cagey if we don't have that threat down the left, and maybe Newcastle could target Ainsley if he plays on the left again. So yeah, we need Tierney in the side. My 2 centre backs, Murray Holding. I just have to go Murray Holding. Murray, I have a feeling he didn't have an injury, because if he played that game against Palace, we had to pay Flamengo £900,000. So I have a feeling it had something to do with that, which is why Murray didn't play. I mean, that's just stupid if that was the case. So did he actually have an injury? Who knows? I don't think we'll ever know. But I'll go Murray holding. I won't bring Gabriel back into the side. Some people might put him in because of Carroll's physicality. I think Murray holding's doing so well for us in the Premier League. We've won every Premier League game with them as a partnership. So I'll just stick with it because it's working, and why change something when it's already working? That's just my philosophy. So I'll go with Murray and holding as our backline partnership. Moving into the midfield, first of all, on the left hand side of that midfield, or not left hand side, but you know what I mean, just in the middle of the park, Mohamed El Neni. We're going with like that partnership of El Neni and Partey. We're gonna go Partey and El Neni. I want to bring this partnership back because Xhaka and Ceballos at times they're too negative. Disciplinary is not that good, and to be honest, at times I just don't trust Xhaka and Ceballos, especially in games like Newcastle where we will have to be more creative. And I think El Neni can do that job of just sitting back and covering in case Newcastle have some counter attack. So I think in terms of that swooping role, El Neni trying to build up the play, he does really well at that. Consistently average, which is what we need in that position. Thomas Partey, he is a box-to-box player and will help provide that physicality, that brilliant consistency that we've seen from him over the last years at the top level, at the very highest level. And I think he is ready for a return now. He played 21 minutes I believe against Crystal Palace, so hopefully he's ready for this game, and hopefully someone like Thomas Partey would really help us. In the number 10 row, Emil Smith-Rowe, this one's pretty obvious. He did a lot to try and break down the Crystal Palace backline, but it just didn't work in the end. And sometimes a cam like him, he'll have games like that. It just happens with every attacking midfielder. You'll have those games where just nothing works, and that's down to Crystal Palace defending really well, and I don't think you can do much about that. But yeah, for Smith-Rowe, he just has to continue. He's our best attacking player in that position at the moment, so I'm going to stick with Emil Smith-Rowe. Moving into the front line, first of all, on the right hand side, Bukayo Saka. Again, he had one of those games just like Smith-Rowe where he tried doing all the work along with Smith-Rowe, trying to create, trying to do these things, but in the end it just didn't work. And I think like games like Crystal Palace, for some of these creative players, games get very frustrating, especially for these young players that do really want to set the world alight, trying to show everyone what they can do. And I think Smith-Rowe and Saka tried. I know some people don't like that term, tried. I said this on Clip Nightly's match reaction in the Crystal Palace game. Some people didn't like it, but yes, obviously as a player you're paid to try. Yes, I get that, but for so long we've not had players who try even though things aren't going well, and I think it's nice to see that youngsters are actually putting a shift in. But yeah, it didn't go well for them in that game. But I'll go Bukayo Saka again. He's someone we know what he can bring to the side. We all know as Arsenal fans or any other fan what Bukayo Saka can bring consistently. Quite good creativity, check, and hopefully he does provide for us in this game. And obviously last season against Newcastle he did a madness as well, so long may that continue. On the left hand side, Nicola Pepe, I will be dropping Aubameyang. I just saw in the game against Crystal Palace he got too isolated, so I think if we do put a winger instead of Aubameyang, it would work more like an out and out winger like Pepe. Then I think it would work a bit more because he can cut inside, do a bit better. And I think, let's say if Ainsley plays, then it could help him a bit more because Pepe will be on swinging the crosses in. But even with Tierney, I think the connection could be pretty decent down that left hand side with them combining. Up front as the main striker, Alexandre Lacazette. He is the one scoring the goal for us, 5 out of 5 in the last 5 goals in the last 5 for us. So Lacazette, he is in good form. He didn't play that well, I think, in the game against Crystal Palace, but again, Lacazette, he's sometimes missing, sometimes he scores. It's just how it is. But Tierney didn't play, so that kind of affected him as well. But that is it for my 1 to 11 for this game against Newcastle United. What are your predictions for this game? Leave them in the comment section down below. I think we'll win this one 3-1. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.